billions of dollars vanished into thin air. A fantastical dream for many. Theranos once promised a healthcare revolution with its groundbreaking blood testing technology, led by its charismatic founder, Elizabeth Holmes. This ambitious startup claimed to perform over 200 medical tests using only a few drops of blood, a marvel that captivated venture capitalists and the public alike. Early investors poured hundreds of millions of dollars into the company, believing in its audacious vision. By 2014, Theranos reached an astronomical valuation of $9 billion, a figure built largely on hype. Little tangible proof. The company formed strategic alliances with major retailers like Walgreens, aiming to roll out its mini-labs across thousands of stores, making diagnostic testing easily accessible. However, beneath this glittering surface, a vast deception was unfolding. The core technology, a device called Edison, was largely non-functional and unable to produce reliable results. Instead of their proprietary machines, Theranos secretly used modified commercial analyzers for the vast majority of patient samples. A critical fact hidden from investors and regulators. This elaborate fraud continued for years, with patients receiving inaccurate diagnoses and crucial health information being compromised. Whistleblowers began to expose these dangerous practices, leading to intense scrutiny from journalists and regulatory bodies. The Wall Street Journal played a pivotal role in revealing the truth, publishing a series of investigative reports that challenged the company's claims. Federal agencies, including the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Department of Justice, launched extensive investigations, uncovering the widespread misrepresentations. The once invincible empire started to crumble rapidly, losing its valuation and credibility. Partnerships dissolved, patients sued, and investors faced catastrophic losses, many losing hundreds of millions of dollars. Elizabeth Holmes and her chief operating officer, Sunny Balwani, eventually faced criminal charges for wire fraud and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The trials unveiled a staggering pattern of deceit, including misleading statements to investors and doctors about the capabilities of their technology. Holmes was ultimately convicted on 4 counts of defrauding investors and sentenced to 11 years and 3 months in federal prison. A stark reminder of the severe consequences of corporate fraud. Balwani received a sentence of 12 years and 10 months. The rapid ascent and equally dramatic downfall of Theranos serves as a cautionary tale, illustrating how an innovative idea can become a mirage when built on a foundation of lies and misrepresentations, affecting countless lives and billions of dollars in investments. This whole saga, involving a single blood drop testing machine and a 21st century medical miracle, turned out to be one of the greatest technological deceptions of its time, marking a dark chapter in Silicon Valley history. Hundreds of millions simply vanished each year, a financial black hole consuming resources with rapid speed. Theranos, a supposed medical marvel, continued to incinerate vast sums of investor capital at an alarming rate, despite its core technology never truly functioning as advertised. Early financial estimates suggested a burn rate exceeding $10 million every single month, a staggering figure for a company producing 0 viable products. By 2015, the company had raised over $900 million from a diverse group of high-profile investors, including Rupert Murdoch and Betsy DeVos, all based on a fraudulent premise. This capital fueled extravagant spending on lavish offices in Palo Alto, a fleet of private jets, and a formidable legal team, silencing whistleblowers and journalists. Employee headcount swelled to over 700 people by 2016, many unaware of the widespread deception taking place within the secretive labs. The company operated an estimated 40 blood testing centers inside Walgreens stores across Arizona and California for several years, generating some revenue, not nearly enough to cover its colossal operating costs. In a desperate attempt to legitimize its non-functional Edison machines, Theranos even acquired other smaller diagnostic companies, sometimes for tens of millions of dollars, to present a facade of broader capabilities. The regulatory hammer began to fall in earnest. The Food and Drug Administration issued a critical warning in 2015 concerning the company's unapproved capillary blood collection device, a significant blow to its credibility. Further damaging revelations came from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, which in 2016 proposed sanctions to revoke its California lab license and banned Elizabeth Holmes and Sunny Balwani from owning or operating a clinical lab for 2 years. Walgreens, responding to mounting public pressure and undeniable evidence of fraud, terminated its partnership with Theranos in 2016, closing all 40 testing sites and initiating a $140 million lawsuit for breach of contract. Multiple investors, including Partner Fund Management, sued the company for $100 million, alleging securities fraud. The company's board of directors, once comprised of high-ranking political figures like Henry Kissinger and George Shultz, began to dissolve, with several members resigning in disgrace. These departures stripped Theranos of its outward veneer of legitimacy. Faced with overwhelming legal challenges, multiple federal investigations from the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Department of Justice, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, plus a mountain of civil lawsuits, the company's valuation plummeted from $9 billion to effectively zero in less than 3 years. In April 2018, Theranos announced its intention to dissolve and liquidate its remaining assets, marking the end of a breathtaking corporate fraud that deceived investors, patients, and the public on an unprecedented scale. The legal battles continued for years, culminating in convictions for Holmes and Balwani, a testament to immense far-reaching consequences of their calculated deceit, costing investors well over $1 billion in direct losses and leaving behind shattered trust across entire technology and healthcare sectors. A $9 billion dream disappeared entirely. Theranos, once hailed as a revolutionary force in healthcare technology, spectacularly imploded, costing investors over $1 billion in direct losses through sheer deception. This colossal unraveling saw its valuation plummet from $9 billion to effectively zero in less than 3 years, a rapid decline. The company had secured over $900 million in funding from high-profile individuals like Rupert Murdoch and Betsy DeVos, based on a fraudulent promise of rapid, accurate blood testing from a single drop. Its operational burn rate was astronomical, consuming over $10 million every single month, a figure fueled by lavish Palo Alto offices, private jets, a formidable legal team, silencing dissent. By 2016, the company boasted an employee count exceeding 700, many working in ignorance of the massive fraud underway. Theranos maintained 40 blood testing centers within Walgreens stores across Arizona and California for several years, a presence that generated revenue but was a mere drop in the bucket compared to its massive expenditures. The facade began to crumble when in 2015, the Food and Drug Administration issued a critical warning regarding an unapproved capillary blood collection device. Further regulatory blows struck in 2016 as the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services proposed severe sanctions, including revocation of its California lab license, a 2-year ban, preventing Elizabeth Holmes and Sunny Balwani from operating clinical laboratory services. Walgreens, reacting to undeniable evidence of widespread fraud, terminated its partnership, closing all 40 testing sites, initiating a $140 million lawsuit for breach of contract. Multiple investors, including Partner Fund Management, pursued legal action, suing the company for $100 million, alleging securities fraud. The board of directors, featuring figures like Henry Kissinger and George Shultz, rapidly dissolved through resignations, stripping the company of any remaining outward credibility. Faced with a relentless onslaught of legal challenges, including investigations from the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Department of Justice, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, plus a mountain of civil lawsuits, Theranos finally announced its intention to dissolve, liquidate remaining assets in April 2018. The subsequent convictions of Holmes and Balwani served as a stark reminder of the immense, far-reaching consequences of their calculated deceit, leaving behind shattered trust across entire technology and healthcare sectors, a monumental corporate failure built on a foundation of lies.